video with me, Fernanda, and with another episode of City Skylines. And this is fortunately and unfortunately a new series. Hopefully it's more to the fortunate side. So long story short, what happened was my old laptop was kind of broken. It has broken down a few times in the last few months, I guess. And so I decided to get a new laptop, and now the new laptop is working perfectly pristine with better specs, so I can actually manage to do more and more detailed projects than I anticipated. So that's great news because personally I love detailing. But anyway, this is a new project in which this project is gonna be about it's gonna be a city. It's more of a Regency. I'm gonna explain that a little bit later, but it's gonna be based off of Indonesia. If you're new to this channel, welcome. And I'm actually a native Indonesian. I still live in Indonesia, and this is gonna be a project which is gonna be a Regency, a fictional Regency in Indonesia. I've recorded like 5 to 6 episodes worth of footage now. This is my first editing day, I guess, that I decided to take up on. And in this episode, we're gonna be focusing on the main city of the Regency. So what I mean by the Regency is that, apologies for the noise. So what I mean by regencies is that in Indonesia there are 4 levels of local government, if I'm not mistaken. The top one is provinces. Below that there are regencies or cities, and then below that there are districts, and then below that there are sub-districts. So what I'm planning to do is that there will be there are many, I guess you can say, regencies and cities that has the same name. I'm kind of thinking that the name of the Regency and the city is gonna be Perna. I'm still not sure I'm gonna call this project. I think it's gonna be Project Regency or something. But the city name and the Regency name is gonna be Perna. I'm not really gonna focus on the politics side, of course, because this is City Skylines. This is not Tropico or City State or other games that are a little more proactive on the political side of things. But yeah, this is basically in this episode we're gonna be working on the city of Perna. I chose the name Perna. It's not intentional that it's gonna be similar to the word pernah in Bahasa Indonesia, which means I've done something. But it's supposed to be the shorter version of the word perdana, in which perdana in Bahasa Indonesia I believe means like first. I guess I think it's first or prime or something. So what that means is that this is going to be my first project that includes a very big ambition and a very big I guess city and eventually regencies, and also this city is going to be fairly big, I think. And also I'm not only planning on only having one city, to be exact, to be precise. So I guess we'll be doing that later. I'm gonna have more cities. I'm probably gonna have villages and stuff like that, probably, hopefully. So anyway, there are highways. And also, by the way, this map is actually a vanilla map that I got from one of the DLCs that are included from one of the DLCs that I have. I'm not quite sure which DLC it is. I believe the name is Cavern Coast, I think. I'm not sure about that, but it's one of the vanilla maps. I think it works great for what I need anyway. There will be some tweaks on the terrain. There will be lots of a very heavy tweak on the highway system, because the vanilla highways aren't good enough in my opinion. So I'm gonna have that revamped, I guess, or I guess you can say I'm gonna have the highways I'm gonna redo the highways with custom highways instead to make them look more realistic. But the main thing about this episode is that we're gonna be focusing on the road layout of the main part of the city. I guess this is gonna be one of the bigger district. I'm gonna say that on this one corner of the land of the city, I suppose, there's gonna be a tourism focused district. There's gonna be a industrial focused district. I do have the industrial DLC working now. I used to have it, but I used to not use it because my old laptop that doesn't allow me to use it. Doesn't allow me to use it because of the hardware, because the hardware wasn't quite tough enough. But I don't think hardware will be a problem in this one, since you know, uh, yeah, it's much better. Um, so that's that. There will be districts which are focused on businesses as well. I think there will be districts which will be sort of like the fancy area, if you get what I'm saying. I believe I'll have a university as well. I've already subscribed to some of the assets for a campus. I also have the campus DLC, so that's a thing. I'm we will have a port. It's gonna be a cargo. What do you call that port? Is it a port or is it a harbor? Yeah, that. But that will be sort of on the next stage of the city. Like this will be sort of the city center, so that's why there are lots of skyscrapers in Indonesia. You really only see skyscrapers on some areas, on some of the more well-developed areas. You don't really see much of them. I mean, I guess you can only see them in like bigger cities. I mean, some other not so big cities do have skyscrapers, like, don't get me wrong, but yeah, that's that. I guess for inspiration, I mean, I live in the greater Surabaya area. Like, I live around Surabaya. I live on the outer part of Surabaya. It's sort of near the border of Sidoarjo and Surabaya. That's where I live. So I guess I'm gonna have many inspirations from Surabaya and Sidoarjo. But other than that, I've frequently been to Malang. I haven't really been there this much this year and last year because of the pandemic. But yeah, that's that. I've also been looking up videos for Jakarta, and I've also been exploring Jakarta a little bit on Google Earth. So I guess I'll be taking some little bit of inspiration from Jakarta. But I think primarily the city itself will be sort of inspired from either Surabaya or Sidoarjo, since that's like the two most the two cities that I go to most frequently. But yeah, that's that. But there will be a metro system, and this metro system is gonna be heavily inspired from MRT Jakarta, or the Jakarta MRT, because no other cities have them yet. Hopefully it'll come to some other cities, because I really want to go on an MRT, but I haven't really been to an MRT. I haven't really used an MRT as well, but the assets that I'm using for the metro is also going to be from MRT Jakarta, and I'm not sure if you're going to see it in this episode, but I will use MOM, or Metro Overhaul Mod. I think it's the official name of it. I think it's the Metro Overhaul Mod, is it not? Yeah, that. But I didn't really record that part. I've only recorded the part where I plopped down a vanilla metro station with vanilla tracks. I wanted the tracks to sort of go underground, overground, then underground again. So it's like a little bit of overground, just to, be able to see them and to be aesthetically pleasing. But that's that. I noticed that when I put down an underground track or underground tracks with the vanilla metro, that the vanilla metro doesn't actually render the underground tunnels of the metro. So I found that to be quite of a problem. I was debating with myself if I should download MOM or not, or subscribe to MOM or not. But then I figured, because on my last laptop, if I had MOM subscribed, yeah, this is the vanilla metro station. If I had MOM subscribed, I really cannot use that much assets because it's very heavy for my old laptop, but it's a breeze with my new laptop. So I ended up using MOM. I did end up replacing the vanilla station with the station from MOM, I think, or did I not? I don't know, I'm not sure. I think I actually used the vanilla station, but I did use MOM tracks. So that's that. And yeah, I didn't really record that part since I figured I'll just say it like I did. The concept of the city, there will be, like, if you go to major Indonesian cities, I'm talking Jakarta, Surabaya, there are many shopping malls. Like, it's not it's kind of the opposite of the US, you know. You do see malls in the US. You do see modern malls, but the malls that pops into my head when I sort of remember about the US is that I remember dying malls, not really modern malls. So I do think that I think the mall trend is sort of dying off in the US, but here in Indonesia, malls are still the thing, you know. And malls are in Indonesia, at least the ones I've been to in Surabaya, they're very modern. There are some less modern malls, but there are still lots of modern malls in Surabaya or the place I live in. Like for example, there is Tunjungan Plaza, there is Pakuan Mall, there is Ciputra World, and then Grand City and Plaza Surabaya and all the other malls. You know, it's very modern, I guess. So that's I think I'm gonna have one massive mall. I've actually sort of teased you guys on this mall project for a while. I've posted a few tweets on Twitter about the progress of that mall. I've been loving that mall very much. I love it a lot. It's like it has an outdoor concept. I think there's a mall. I told one of my friends about this progress of the mall, right? Then my friend told me that there's a mall like this in Jakarta. My friend used to live in Jakarta, so she knows some stuff about malls there. She told me that there's this mall called Central Park, in which I've never heard of before. And because you know, on my mall that I'll be building on the fifth or fourth episode, uh, there is like this whole outdoor area in the middle, so you can actually go shopping outdoor, you know. And she told me there's a mall called Central Park, in which there's actually a park in the middle of the mall, outdoor park. So that's sort of a little bit of an inspiration that I never knew about. But yeah, that's that. And also, it's actually closing to an end, the episode. So yeah. Oh, and also one more thing that I've told you guys, but I think I've told you guys about this last time, is that I really want to push out more episodes, but like less in duration. You know, like this episode time lapse is only 13 and so minutes, and with all the other stuff, it'll probably be somewhere in the 15 minutes mark or something like that. So I really want to push shorter episodes, but more episodes. Hopefully, you know, hopefully I can keep on that promise. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video until the end. I hope you enjoyed the cinematics. I hope you enjoyed this new series, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you do, please do press that subscribe button, like it, share it. You can comment about suggestions and opinions and all that, but I'll see you on the next one, hopefully soon. See you.